Welcome to the frozen tundra, or in other words, New Jersey, home of the cold weather in October where people frolic around in dirty sweatpants, shopping, um, and wear yoga pants. Not the good type of light material yoga pants that you get in the tropical Florida, but the heavy, like double layer pajama yoga pants with like barbecue stains on the side. Just it's not inspiring, but we're thankful and we want to be positive. My brother Luke on the live check-in. Hey brother, so good to see you. Glad you're safe on the road. Yes, I want to be thankful. All jokes aside, I thank God for safe travel and mercies because driving is very dangerous. So I just drove from Florida to New Jersey, got here today, and it was safe, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm appreciative of all the love. Don, Mon, good to see you back and safe, Sammy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the people who left positive, supportive, encouraging comments. Thank you. And I want to talk tonight uh, about several things, about the trip, but also about the home base video I did, coming to a decision with that. And just a couple things I haven't talked about in a couple days because I haven't been live in a couple days. Dario on a live check-in. That's my guy DG. Know him in real life. D, I appreciate that. The trip was good, brother. As you know, got work tomorrow, so that's a little bit on the mind. But the trip was good. Look, I got a scarf on, I got a hoodie on, I got a hat on. I'm back in Jersey, but I'm thankful. I mean, it's all right for a change of pace. I mean, tonight it'll be in the 40s, tomorrow 50. Well, I think tomorrow may peak to the 70s. Then the whole week after that is in the 50s and 60s. So I can just deal with it. If it was 30 degrees and snowing, I would be cursing the earth. God forgive me, but that's what I would feel. So I had to seize this moment. I saw my mom already. I will see her throughout the week. Um, and so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. I believe in quality time with people that you love. And I do love my mom. I appreciate my mom. So I'm thankful that the Lord has given me enough years to be mature and to spend time with her. Because if my mom passed when I was young and I didn't get a chance to do that, then I would feel remorseful or regretful or guilty. And my mom's mother died when she was very young. And I know she has shared that in the past that when your parents die when you're young and you don't get to a mature place where you get to show your thanks and have mature conversations, there can be a mind that feels guilty for not appreciating your parents. But I'm here to expose that. Don't give in to guilt, because if any of us, if things happened in a certain season of our life, any of us can be strucken with that guilt feeling that we didn't do right by someone. The grace of God be with you. I believe in that. The grace of God be with you. Forgiveness be with you. I believe in that, no doubt. Uh, Thank you, D. I love you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I'm in phase 4. D, you know what I'm talking about. That's between me and you, all right? Because D, you're my guy. Somebody give me the Uruguayan flag and the emoji thing. DG, phase 4, brother. Pray for me, brother. I'm praying for you too. Tom Hanks, 2 heart emojis. Shout out to North Carolina and Boone, North Carolina. Him and Blanton. Glad you're all right. Thank you. Weird to see you in a jacket and toboggan. I'm in something, brother. I'm in a scarf, a hoodie, toboggan, whatever you call it. It's like the North Pole up here. Basically, it's a different world. I'm like, as Kanye West would say, I'm in a parallel universe. I'm in an alternate universe. I went back to New Jersey to save myself. Now, does that make sense? No, but I still get to sit with Donald Trump for a couple hours. Now, I don't mock that, but at the same time, I mean, all they really did was, pull each other's yank. Okay, talk about how successful he is. If you really want to give back to the community, stop selling $500 sneakers. All right, take a loss on your sneakers, help the community, but he won't, because he's like Donald Trump. He's a capitalist disguised as a compassionate man. He's not. You know what I mean? So he may pump that, but show it with your actions. Okay, your actions don't show that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And then, like, they released a guy that went to Turkey to push Christianity, and they're happy they released him. Look, if you go to another country and you push your religion, then, if you get locked up, guess what? That's on you. All right? That's on you. Because I don't remember, all that forcing your religion on another country and then you get mad at them when they lock you up. I mean, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. And they should at least expose that guy. Like, look, and then he's praying for Donald Trump and everything like that. I mean, give me a break. That was like, oh, I wanted to throw up when I heard some of those guys talk. Total disgrace, in my opinion. Total disgrace. I don't want to talk about. We'll talk about politics. That's all right. Ice thesis. Hope you enjoyed this beautiful Baltimore. It was a disaster, but I'm thankful and I'm positive. I was in Philadelphia today looking at Drexel. Well, Drexel College, love and respect to Philly, man. Great town, great city. Dario, DJ, I haven't seen you with that hat in a while, brother. It's been a while. Pray for me, D. But I love you, man. I appreciate you and your family. Keep pushing forward. Luke, oh my God. My man has such a terrible nightmare. My brother offered to help me for marketing for his company and should have known better because he is like my stepdad helping to throw it back to me. Well, I'm trying to understand that comment. I don't, but this is what I get from that comment. Don't, in my opinion, don't mix business and family. If you want to have a bad life that will be ridden with guilt trips and IOUs, and I'll throw it back into your face when we have an argument, then start borrowing money from family, start doing business with family. But if you want to live your own free, independent life without that burden, keep family and business separate, if at all possible. If at all possible, keep it separate. Because what I've learned in life is most people will throw something back in your face. Now, there's a few that won't. And for those people, that's why I make time for them. Like for the people that don't throw stuff back in your face, I make time for them. I go, but most people will throw it in your face, and your whole life is going to be like trying to get away from that burden. HAC Genius, that's my guy, Polk County, my fellow Floridians in the house. I see you got some heavy clothes on, brother. I'm in Jersey, man. Please, please do not bring any of that cold weather back to Florida. And then give me a lot of palm tree emojis. I hear you, brother. I hear you, and I understand. In North Carolina, it was a nice change of pace. It was in the 70s. This is like the first week is really getting cold in New Jersey, but the cloudiness is really what gets me too. It's very cloudy and it's very depressing, but I don't feel as depressed as I've been in the past, because I know this is as temporary as I want it to be. I mean, I could start my car right now heading back south. I'm willingly up here. So I want to thank God. And that's to me, this is like the real preaching of the gospel. Live your life and don't go force on other people. I just want to show that I'm thankful, by living my life, in a way, where there's character and there's integrity, and, love my mom, come up here and, then I'll go live my own life. But I have that freedom, I have that freedom to do it. I'm willingly up here and I willingly leave. When I had a job up here and I couldn't leave, it was hurtful because I didn't know when I would be able to get back. I was like a prisoner. But you sacrifice sometimes to position yourself to get you where you want to be. That's why I'm very hesitant to give up my freedom at this point, because I've done so much sacrificing that I don't want to go back to being in that point where I have to be subject to somebody else's decisions. Now, I made a video past couple days about I came to a decision not to buy a home base. I got to tell you, though, that $25,000 home base, it came damn close, and it's still on the table slightly. The real estate agent reached out to me yesterday, and she said, Sam, just think about it one more time over the weekend if you want, because we had a contract and everything written up. And I was going to close November 16th. I still think about it. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, that deal. It does for me. But it's just tough for me to mentally get over that. I'm obligated to a homeowner association, to a fixed place. But it's also, I want to be fair because I live this life. Okay. A lot of people don't live this life full time, living in your car for 2 years. A lot of people don't live it. So what I'm here to tell you is, if you're not going to constantly travel, if you're going to stay in one state, it becomes a burden to jump from campground to campground, especially if you want to stay in one part of the state. And you can only stay at campground state parks in Florida for no more than 56 days in that calendar period. So, that's like 2 months. And, and you can only stay 14 days consecutive. All that moving wears on your mind. And it's a cost associated with it. Campground fees. And then if you don't do a campground, then you're going to do free parking. You're going to spend money in gas and wear and tear a car. But I did the math. I mean, it's going to take 5 to 7 years worth of that to equivalent justifying the cost of buying the home base and putting the RV on it. So, but I go back and forth a little bit in my mind. Ultimately, right now in my mind, freedom wins, because it gives me a little bit of less anxieties, and that's how I chalk it up. Because I did feel the anxieties when I came close to signing a contract, and that's what hurt me mentally. Um, Cost wise, I've done enough research the past 2 years looking at Florida for a safe community in that area, in any area, just about. I mean, for $25,000, for $23,000, which was going to be the deal, you're not going to find anything cheaper. $360 in taxes. I know the HOA fees were high, but who pays $360 a year in taxes? It all evens out, and that HOA includes water, sewer, laundry facilities, free internet at the clubhouse, trash removal, lawn care. Where else are you going to get something that cheap? A couple people in the community even told me, look, do what you want, but there's no way you're going to find anything cheaper. This is as cheap as it gets to own. And it's true. I looked, and that's attractive. So, it's a tough decision. Ice thesis. What are your sleeping plans in New Jersey? I'll be sleeping in my car, with my mom in the parking lot, by my mom's property. And that's the plans. So she's asked me several times, but she don't ask me anymore. But she you come in and you could stay in the house. But I told her no, I don't want to. And so I feel comfortable sleeping in my house. I mean, in my car. It's my house, and so I'll just be parked on her property and sleeping in my car. So that's my plans. If not, there's other areas I know I could go that I've been here in the past, but that's my plans for the few days that I'm here, even if it's a week. That's my plans. Luke. So we got into a huge argument, and he was trying to belittle me. Yep, here we go. And make me feel like he is above me, doing me a favor. That's what happens when you mix money in the situation. Once you intertangle, and that's what I used the word about buying the home base. The reason I was leery is because it's financial entanglement. And once you mix money in anything, it's entanglement. I don't care if you donate to a church. I don't care if you talking about work. And I certainly do mean if you're talking about like doing business with someone, you're financially entangled. And it's not easy as just saying, you know what, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. That's why I don't do super chats, because I know as soon as people start donating money, there's an expectation. And they're the director. They have equity in what you say. And, it's a game. And that's part of life. And so if you want to be free, you can't be on the hook to other people. That I value my financial freedom. I value my freedom, period. And I've been on both sides to that. And what I could tell you is you can't mix money and friends and business and expect to not get into entanglement. Luke, are you going to stay at your mom's house? Well, I'm not going to stay in her house. I'm going to stay in the parking lot. Are you going to just stay in your car? Yes, I am going to just stay in my car, sleep in my car, pee in my jug, everything. That's what I do. That's what I've done every time I visit her in the past, because that's what I enjoy to do. In the beginning, she was like, didn't understand it. Even in the winter, I did it when I would visit her. But that's how I like to do it. I just like to be by myself. That's how I am. Ice thesis. Besides weather, what is the main difference between Florida and New Jersey? Great question. Environment, culture. So instead of flat palm trees, wildlife, something in the air, a southern culture, a little bit more flamboyant. That's Florida. It's a flamboyant, wildlife, tropical, vacationy, resorty. Even if you go into the country land, it's a southern culture mixed with a diverse culture of tourism, mixed with agriculture, mixed with tropical bikini surfing, Miami Vice / suburbs of Jacksonville. And it's just, and when you come to New Jersey, it's industrial. It's an industrial metropolitan concrete jungle of ShopRites with girls that are out of shape with too heavy of yoga pants with barbecue stains on their shirt, and they're wearing pajamas with heavily padded socks and flip-flops. It's a disgrace, okay? Now, forgive me, New Jersey's a disaster. Now, I hate to say that, it's a disaster. Let's be honest. I mean, come on, I'm trying to sugarcoat it. It's a disaster. there's good job opportunities and there's great public school systems, but you pay for it with lack of inspiration. You walk outside, you're not going to go for a walk in a park. In Florida, there is vast parks and nature and things to do, outdoor activities. In New Jersey, you know what your outdoor activity is? Nothing. Okay, it's trying to get from your car to ShopRite without spilling your bag of groceries that you're going to go back and watch Netflix and stuff your face and drink beer and get depressed looking at cloudy skies. And right now you're getting ready for 6 months of hell. 6 months of Santa Claus sent me to the North Pole, and I'm trapped in my house with a wife I can't stand. And my dog's probably going to shit in my house because they can't get a scent outside because the weather's too cold. It's a disaster out here. Now, I love Jersey. Now, and people get mad at me, but people also get mad at me when I say Florida has water management problems in South Florida. They like to hear New Jersey's a dump because it's run by liberals, but it's not, because Chris Christie, a Republican, was in charge for the past 8 years, and he didn't do much. Let me tell you something. All he did was cry on Barack Obama's shoulder when the hurricane hit. That's all he did. He talked tough, but all he did, like his wife who's from Wall Street, was buy a multi-million-dollar mansion on the beach and just cut all pensions for all public works system. That's all he did, okay? And what I'm here to tell you is, Florida has, everything is good and bad, right? But overall, Florida has a better outdoor environment. But it's hot in the summer. I like it hot. New Jersey has 4 seasons. Do I like 4 seasons? Not really. Okay, not really. The difference, there's more job opportunities up here. There's better public school systems. There's better infrastructure. There's more money. Florida, there's money, but there's pockets of money. There's pockets of jobs, but they're a little bit lower paying, and they're pocketed towards tourism and towards Jacksonville and Miami. A little bit in Orlando. There's difference. Is it good or bad in different ones? It's all personal preference. But you see, the environment is different by my clothes, by the style. You see the video and there's a difference. Not good or bad. What I will say is variety is the spice of life a little bit. I do feel better visiting and not staying and being. I like my freedom. If you come for a little bit, it's a good break and then you leave, but it's not good for outdoor activities. You can't do much. I just walked around Walmart. Why? Because there's no beach park to walk around. Beach is closed down now. The beach is seasonal in New Jersey. And in the summer, when people are at the beach, it's a disaster. You can't get parking. People are on top of each other. Total disaster, in my opinion. But again, there's good public school systems. There's good jobs. And you're close to New York. You're close to everything. It's a melting pot of the world. But also it's an industrial zone. You saw that. I came to Baltimore. What'd you see? Did you see Miami Vice? No, you saw industrial complex. You saw the smokestack of Baltimore. You saw the inner harbor that's shut down now for the next 6 months until springtime pops up, until you get that commercial with the guy who passed out in his backyard and they thought he was dead, but he said, no, you weren't dead. It was just winter. And then he woke up and then he threw the hot dogs back on the grill because it was summertime. And, springtime, summertime in New Jersey, all it means is now you got more work to do. Now you got to set up your whole backyard. Now you got to get your pool open. Now you got to cut. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. But there's some good and bad in both. M game. Central Florida was nice or cool today. It was beautiful weather in Florida. I hope you ain't mad at that. No, I'm not mad at that. I'm happy for people. I did see I looked at the forecast for the Florida. This week is going to be absolute gorgeous week in Florida. And this week in New Jersey, total disaster. But I'm thankful in New Jersey. Why? I'm visiting my mother, and it's worth the sacrifice. Quality time with your aging mother is worth the sacrifice. I was able to be blessed to be down in Florida for several months. I'm able to go back whenever I want. I'm willingly here, not obligated. And that's why I'm here, because I have the freedom to decide. I'm not being guilt tripped. And so, I'm at peace with that. But I'm happy for you, brother. I want people to have great weather. And if you love New Jersey, I want you to go pick pumpkins and, eat Doritos as you watch me live in your heavily padded pajamas that you're getting ready to snuggle up for the next 6 months. Total disaster. People getting ready to gain about 20 pounds between now and April. Disaster. Just when you thought you were getting back in shape, now you're getting ready to go downhill because now holidays are coming. You're going to eat crazy. Halloween candy is already getting snuck into after dinner atmosphere. Total disaster up here, guys. Total disaster. Zakia. As cold as North Pole, laugh out loud. 50s in Alaska summer. Well, you never catch me in Alaska, okay? Two things that will never happen. One is catch me in Alaska. Two is catch me dating Sarah Palin. All right, not gonna happen. Either one of those, not gonna happen. Tom Hanks. Low-key mission trips are kind of strange. Yes, you're going into a country to help, but it's also a bit shameful pushing Christianity on that nation. It's just shameful. It's the same thing Christopher Columbus did when he came to America. He forced Christianity on people, and if you didn't do it, you got killed. And now, is that Christianity? Well, that's some people's interpretation. Okay? Just like Donald Trump, because after he declared that, what did he do? He said he's selling mass war weapons to other countries because it's better that we get the business than other countries. So after we say we're going to save someone for Christianity, we're an industrial war complex selling mass nuclear and weapon armamentry for economic growth. It's a disgrace. But that's the hypocrisy of life. Muslims are hypocrites sometimes. Jewish people are hypocrites, and Christians are hypocrites. That's why what should you judge people by? Not by what they say they are, but the content and their character. I believe in the message of Jesus, but I only believe it if you live it. Okay? I don't believe it because you go over there in Turkey and then you do 3 years and then you cry like a baby because you violated their law and now we got to come fucking bail you out. I mean, what the fuck you doing over there bothering them? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. Total disgrace, in my opinion. Ice Go with your gut, Sam. If your gut doesn't want a home base at the moment, don't second guess yourself. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's tough. I mean, in one sense I want it, in the other sense I don't. I'm like the guy, I'm like George from Seinfeld. I want the relationship, but I don't want the burden of all it comes with. I don't want to just be the side guy, but then when you say I'm your main guy, then I got to take care of you. I don't want to do that. Now, it's the same thing with that property. Like, I want it to be mine, but as soon as I have to get involved with the HOA and deal with neighbors, I don't want to be involved with that. It's a hypocrisy. Just like what I just spoke on. Thank you. Luke, proud of you, man. All of the determination and the fighter spirit to keep it up always. Because I myself in this mindset always. Thank you. I appreciate that. The mental battle is real. So, I'm very, I speak brashly and bluntly and a little bit humorously, but when I go through the struggle of making decisions, I feel how fragile the mind is. And, and, and I go back and forth and it's embarrassing and it's hurtful. And so I have compassion for everyone who goes through this mental struggle of making decisions in life. And it's not easy. And I easily see how people have a mental breakdown and I don't judge them. I disagree with certain people, but I would never like I saw a Saturday Night Live where they mock Kanye West and everything like that. They mocked his, like him having like a mental disability or something. I thought that was disgraceful by Saturday Night Live because to me, at least the Kanye West video with Donald Trump, their meeting, it was better than a Barack Obama politically correct meeting where everyone just says whatever's politically correct and there's no honesty. At least the meeting this is where Donald Trump brings value to the country. And so does Kanye West, that even though I don't agree with everything they say, they speak honestly, directly. There's no bullshit. And it's better that than a pandering hour of back and forth nothing. At the end, I think both of it is hot air, but I like that part of it. And I would never mock, which Saturday Night Live did. They mock like Kanye West had like a mental disability. Get the fuck out of here. Like everyone has issues mentally. And I'm proud of Kanye West for honestly sharing his struggles and bringing mental health to awareness. So love and respect. HVAC genius. Prices will change when the snowbirds go back up north, 2019. Yeah, that's true, but people have been telling me that for a couple of years and prices have consistently gone up. Now this property this time last year was listed at $39,000. So it's already come down. And there's no guarantee it'll be there. And look, I looked around. The bottom line is if I'm going to buy a property, this is it because there's nothing cheaper and there hasn't been anything cheaper in years. And even in the community right now, there's 2 other lots and they're not as in nice of a position in the community and they're $32,000 listed. So that's the biggest thing that's hurting me mentally is that I can't say that I'm going to find a cheaper place that's just as good. There's no way. You can't get any cheaper. You can't. This is as cheap as it's going to get to own. And that bothers me a little bit because I like this cheap. I like that, it's kind of like in a good location. But I mean, obviously it's a little bit cheap for a reason. It's not by great infrastructure. It's not by a great school system. So they're not giving it away. But at the same time, it's very fairly a little bit under market valued. And it's a little bit of a higher risk area because of those reasons. But, get what you pay for. So it's all relative. Good job. Janice, did you miss the hurricane? Yes, I did. The hurricane was basically northwest Florida. I was mainly in the eastern zone of Florida and traveling around. So thank you. Milano, Samuel, it's hot today. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful week in Florida, and I'm happy for you, brother. Milano, hope you and Emilio are doing well, brother. Love and respect, Milano. Thank you, man. Good to see you, brother. Luke, did you have any cool spots you like there for coffee, or are you still hitting up Dunkin' and Starbucks? That's it. Starbucks is behind me. I hit Dunkin' Donuts this morning, and that's all I do. My food regimen at this point in my life is very consistent. Uh, you know, Dunkin' Donuts for coffee, almond milk, no sugar. The lady put sugar in my coffee this morning. I knew as soon as I took a first sip, I spit it out. And I went back. I wasn't upset. I just said, look, sorry, but there's sugar in here. She goes, oh, no problem. I'm sorry about that. So when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I get a medium hot coffee with almond milk, no sugar, and a egg white, a veggie egg white with no cheese, either on a toasted multigrain bagel or toasted cinnamon raisin bagel. And I just put a little bit of grape jelly on it. And that's it. And then when I go to Starbucks, I just get a medium hot pike coffee, a small pike coffee with cold soy milk on the side and a large ice water. And that's it. And then my one meal a day is, from a supermarket when I'm in Florida Publix, when I'm up here, ShopRite or Acme. And I just get like a salad with some fixins, some beans, and some skinny pop. And that's my day. Connor, hey bro, visiting your mom. Yep, and he says mum. That's because he's from England, and that's now. How do I know mum means mom? Not because it sounds close, but because of porn. I remember like googling some porn, and it came up with like England porn, and it was like spank your mum. I said, what the hell are you talking about, spank your mum? And it was like mum porn. It's crazy. Ice thesis at Drexler. They were talking about a co-op experience where instead of going to school, you work and get real world experience. I think that is a fabulous idea. Well, I always think it's fabulous to start working as early as possible, even if you're in school. I'm a little bit suspect on co-ops, or basically like a program. Well, I don't want to say suspect, but there's value in you searching for your own job and you going out there and preparing your resume and going on a job interview, because that's what it's going to take in the real world once you graduate. Now, I kind of did a co-op to start my career with a union, electrical union. What happens is you go to school at night and they get you a job with a contracting company and you work during the day. You don't put out resumes, you don't go on job interviews. It's like a co-op. The union does that for you. They sub you out. But in the real world, when I left electrical union, what I found out is there's a whole nother dynamic of the workforce when you have to prepare your own resume, when you have to study for a job interview, and when you fail a job interview, you have to learn how to ask questions, you have to learn how to answer questions, and that's a whole educational process that you only learn through experience. So my perspective is I've done both, but I want to put an emphasis on the value of you searching a job, you preparing your resume, you preparing to answer and ask questions. Now, people help me along the way, and people have to help you, but you will have to go through that experience. Good job. Isis. In Philadelphia today, I was eating, and the couple next to me was arguing the whole time about going to a funeral. Oh, disaster. Just cremate them and throw them in the freaking ocean. Very unhealthy. I had to leave because they were screaming and cursing a storm. Well, if you want to see a contentious family, all you have to do is wait till somebody dies, because funerals are effing disaster. Baby showers, disaster. Housewarmings, disaster. But nothing is more disastrous than a funeral. Because what I've seen in my family when someone died was there was a fight to see who was going to sit in a limo. There was a fight to see who was going to carry the casket. And of course, everything is positioning themselves on what's going to happen with the will. Not for the baby shoes that are in their fucking attic that nobody wants, but for the cash value equity of what's left. And when there's nothing left, guess what you're left with? The bill. When there's nothing left, guess what? No one wants anything to do with the funeral. They just want to give you the bill. It's an effing disaster. Cremate that person and move on with your life. Now, I'm saying that brashly and harshly. So obviously, if you're going through a loss, there's pain there. But in most instances, it's a disastrous show of affection, guilt trips, manipulation, and everyone's fighting for the money. That's my opinion. If you really love your spouse, your family, your parent, go visit them while you're alive. Okay, if you really love your parent, go visit them while you're in Florida banging out MILFs and come up to the frozen tundra. If you really love your parents, don't wait till they fucking die and then you gotta do whatever. But if you don't love your parents, just don't even show up to the funeral. Just move on with your life. That's what I say. JK. Do you use a cooler in your car? So what kind? No cooler. I lived in my car full time for 2 years. Once in a while, I get an amateur in here that says, look, you need solar, you need an inverter battery hooked up to your cigarette lighter. Where do you live? In your mom's basement, or do you live in your car full time for 2 years and work a full time job? You don't do that. I've lived in my car full time for 2 years and have maintained a full-time job and take care of myself well. I have no solar, no cooler, no nothing. I personally don't need it. If someone else wants it, I'm not against it, and I'm not speaking against it. What I'm trying to say is people mind fuck living in your car. They want to acquire things to get the feel of it, but they don't actually do it. So I'm not against it. I'm just saying like, a lot of people mind fuck it. Living in your car is simplicity. Or you're destitute. There's some people out there that are getting away from abusive relationships or trying to find themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But even if that's you, then you should be living simple anyway. You shouldn't be thinking about like a cool, I don't know. But now, can you save money eating out of a cooler? Yeah, I mean, you can save money eating canned goods. But I'm not in this to eat canned goods and live bare minimum. I work a full-time job. I like spending money on healthy food because health is your wealth. If you don't have your health, you think you're going to be living in a car? No. You know, I mean, you ain't going to do anything in life. You ain't going to be walking. You ain't going to be, your health is your wealth. Your health should be your biggest investment. So I don't have a problem spending money on food. Like, I'm not going to keep like Lunchables in a cooler and eat sodium-packed, prepackaged processed goods. But that's just me. That's my opinion. That's my experience. I'm a guy who lost 200 pounds, maintained it all for 4 years, and lives in his car full time for 2 years. That's my experience. Okay, it's a lot different than some other people's opinion. But I love and respect. Ice thesis. I got invited to a baby shower. Oh, here we go. Guys didn't even used to get invited to a baby shower. Now, why do they get invited to a baby shower? Because everybody wants money or a gift. They actually pre-populate what you should buy for someone, and they put you on what they call a register. A register is, look, this is, if you're going to buy me something, and you are, because you ain't going to show up and not buy somebody something, this is what you fucking get me, okay? And, it's a disaster, man. It's a disaster. All right, let's stay positive. I said, I appreciate the offer, but I don't enjoy large family gatherings. Well, Ice Thesis, you're a leader, and you handle that properly. Good job. Luke, what activities are you going to do with your fam when you're there? Just spend time with them. I'm past the immature stage that I'm going to force me and my mom to go to an amusement park, to go to an opera, to go to a movie, to go to a show. All that is stress, stress and unenjoyable time. The most enjoyable time with loved ones or families is no expectations and just spending time with them. I'll like I did today, like you sit with them, you just talk about life, you just sit with them. And, maybe she'll watch the Kardashians and I'll sit and I'll watch her eat and I'll just talk about life. And, I'll talk about my wild times in Florida and where I'm at. I showed her the home base and she'll tell me about, stuff going on with, my family, or this person's arguing with this person, this drama. And I just listen. And I don't try to solve her problems. She don't try to solve mine. We just support each other. We listen and we love each other and we don't judge each other. That's it. Like, she don't gotta get dressed up. We don't have to go out to dinner. We celebrate each other every day. It's not a fucking game. It's not like, and I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying people. I used to treat it like that. You treat it like you have to do some big grand thing, and the whole time it's a stress ball. I know people that celebrate 50-year anniversaries, 50-year birthdays, and like they buy out. And I love, they rent banquet halls and they get all dressed up, and it's a fucking contentious disaster. Okay. The best quality time is you in your sweatpants, just spending time with somebody and just sharing your life, and no judgment and no expectations and no pressure. That's it. Everything else is a big show that I don't do anymore. I don't have anyone in my life that does that. But I once was immature and thought like that. And what I'm trying to tell you is waste of your life. Whew, praise the Lord. Let's get, I'm thankful. Let's stay positive. Luke, Brother, I made the best vegan tacos the other night, and they were the bomb. Pump up emoji. Well, amen. Somebody give me a taco emoji. Now watch the cheese, brother. Don't eat cheese and watch the condiments. But I'm happy for you. Good job. Guild, forgive me for, I'm gonna say Guild Linkswa. I hope I said it right. And then he gave like the YouTube emoji, and wow, love and respect. Uh, Again, Gilda, forgive me if I say his name wrong. I apologize for that. Lingsau, Turkey. Mm-hmm. Gilda Linsau, and then he gives some wild, like it's almost like a neon upside down candy cane emoji. All right. Uh, I don't know what that means. Are you? Um, Good to see you back live tonight and hanging out with you tonight. Well, thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Gilda, I'm your main guy, fam. Well, it's all love and respect. Ice thesis. This is the most valuable lesson you learned from your parents. What was that? I don't know what I was saying. Gilda, prices go higher. Lower prices are lame. Okay. Andy J. Andy J, what's up, brother? Welcome back to Jersey, Sammy. Well, thank you, brother. Love and respect to you. Andy G, peace to your mind. Peace to your mind. You are not alone. Everyone has struggles. Self-care. And even when you self-care and you're still struggling, grace. Grace, and let no one mock you, even yourself, and peace be with you. Andy Burr, I know that's right. Ice thesis. I see so many people causing a scene. I can't understand that because I like flying under the radar. Well, it's true. And I'm similar to you, brother. I like a peaceful life, and that's when I was in that community, and where I was gonna buy the home base, and I saw like two old ladies zipping around the cart. They saw me, and they said, "Oh, what are you doing here? You live here?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm looking at a property." And I was like, "Look, I'm peaceful," because I know they were looking at me like, this young kid's gonna buy in here. What's he about? I said, look, I'm peaceful. I don't cause any problems. And they go, oh, we're not peaceful. Like laughing, like two old ladies in their 80s, probably a little drunk. Because believe me, there's some old people out there still drinking that, devil's nectar, and they like it. And am I mad at them? I'm not mad at them, but, don't come bothering me. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Turkey forcing the gospel on them. I'm not like forcing the gospel on you. I'm just trying to buy an RV lot. But that's all right. Love and respect. Um, Cat, hey Cat, just got on. Glad you made it. Thank you. Have you seen your mother? Yes, I have already, and I will see her continuously throughout the week. And does she know you are in the state? Yes, I saw her. When I came, first thing I did was self-care. I went to a Planet Fitness, shaved top of my head, and showered and brushed my teeth and all that stuff. And I didn't do a light workout. I'll do that tomorrow morning. And then once I did that, I drove to see her. And I spent a couple hours with her, and we talked. We had a great time, and I'll spend a couple more hours with her throughout the week, each day. And I'm thankful for that. Amen. And she was very happy to see me. It was love. It was a blessing. Hugged her. It was great. Free to be me. You only get one mom. That's right. Now, I know a lot of people aren't blessed with a good mom, so it's all love and respect. Everyone has a different circumstance, and I understand that. But if you are blessed with a good mom, but I've also been given the opportunity by the grace of God to be mature and I always appreciate it, but you appreciate it more as you mature. Like if my mom died at a certain age, I could have felt guilty and I could have felt like I didn't do enough. So God has given me grace. I'm 38 years old. I'm in a mature place, and so I've been given opportunities by God to show that expression through these years. If she died when I was earlier, that may not have been the case. I remember that when I was working in a pizzeria, when times I got rough in my mid 20s, and there was a young girl, she was like 18, a senior in high school. She was pretty hot too. And she was 18. And she worked in a pizzeria, and her mom would drop her off. And I remember one day her mom dropped her off and they were arguing. Just like typical, adolescent arguing, nothing like crazy. And then I didn't see this girl in a week, and I said, "Yo, where's this girl at?" And they said, "Oh, well, her mom passed away." I said, "Oh, really?" My heart broke for her. And then she came in the next week, and you could tell her spirit had just left her soul, like she was totally grieving. And I can understand. I didn't say much to her, but I know that part of that pain had to be that her mom had passed suddenly, and just the day before or whatever, they were arguing. And again, it was just like adolescent arguing, like when you're young and you think you know it all, you don't want to hear what your mom got to say, that part of life. And, it's not easy. So my heart went out to her. I always think of her. And I pray for God's grace be with her mind for peace, and that she doesn't have any guilt in her spirit, and that she moves forward with her life. And that's my prayer for everyone. Ice Jesus. What is the best welcome center you have been to? Florida. By hands down, Florida. Florida is the most visited state in the United States of America. It's the tourism capital of the world. So Florida has the nicest one, in my experience. Now, I've been up and down the East Coast of America, not around the entire America. So, and I-95 has pretty much most of the welcome centers. Florida, hands down. But none of them are like, are magical. I mean, Florida's the most magical. They give out free orange juice, and they got a guy in a space costume. Ryan B, what's up, brother? Wow, Sammy, look good in your scarf. I appreciate that, brother. Ryan, good to see you. Love and respect, brother. Ice Jesus, have you ever been to Bar Mitzvah? There is so much money spent on the spectacle. I think I was when I was younger. I had a couple of close Jewish friends. I still do. But I've been to them. I've been to what they call like Quintessenta, like when a Spanish girl turns 15. I've been to confirmations when Christian boys and girls turn a certain age and they receive the communion. I've been to all those things. They all have some good meaning. Basically, the meaning behind most of them is a person coming of age and being responsible for their life. That's what a bar mitzvah is. It's like bar mitzvah, what it means basically is that your parents are no longer responsible for enforcing the 10 commandments on you or whatever you believe. You are now responsible unto God because you're a young adult. That's it. And confirmation, kind of same thing now, like you're old enough to like have your own relationship with Christ. You know what I mean? Quintessenta, like a Spanish girl turns 15. It basically means, look, she getting ready to blossom, okay? And it is what it is. It's all about coming to age. But what it is basically a consumerism trap. You got to basically give money to those events when you come. But you celebrate. I mean, you try to encourage young people. I'm not mad at the encouragement of young people, and I'm not mad at a little bit of money exchanging. That's just part of life. Love and respect. Out of Illinois. Hey, Dan Sammy, what's up, brother? Hope things are moving forward. Yes. Thank you, brother. I said that to my mom many times today. I just said, Mom, all we got to do, we just got to keep moving forward. Because, you start talking about some things like in the past or things that different people are struggling with. I said, Mom, we can't control that. All we can do is go forward. And I say, amen. Andy G. Thank you, Sammy, for the kind words, brother. You know I got love for you, man. Forward we go. Ice thesis. I know my biggest battle tomorrow will be getting up for school. Ain't that the truth? But once that happens, the day is beaten. Showing up is 90% of the battle. No doubt about that. So love and respect to everyone who has to go to work and school. And congratulations to everyone who is just living off their investments. And all they're going to do tomorrow is watch porn and walk on the beach. Damn, I'm going to be there soon. Don't leave me behind. Luke, brother, when I think of Jersey or Philly, where my mom is from, I think of Tony Danza. Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Who's the boss? Yeah, I remember that show. I like that show. Me too. That was good. That was a guy. That was pretty good. Forgive me if I say this name wrong. Hamad Hamad C. Love and respect you, brother. Forgive me for not saying that name right. I'm doing the best I can. Hello from Dakistan. Love and respect, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ice thesis. Do you have to buy new clothes for New Jersey? No, I mean, I kept a hoodie. I got a couple. I kept a scarf. I got a couple long johns in my bag. That's all I need. Now, if I came here in the dead of the winter, I think I do still have like some compression stuff in there, but it would be a little bit tougher. But what do I say? There's always a Walmart. So, like, if you ever get to a point where you live a completely minimalistic life like me, and you live out of one bag, and you worry about if you throw something out, you won't have it when you need it. One thing I can tell you is there's always a Walmart. Everywhere I go, I've been up and down the entire East Coast of America, and I can tell you there's a Walmart everywhere. My man, Hamad, I guarantee you in Dakistan, there's got to be a Walmart somewhere. There's got to be. If not, there's someone selling what you need in Dakistan, man. Because everyone is selling something. So don't worry about throwing it out and you need it. There's always going to be someone selling it for you. Don't worry about that. Ice thesis. Oh, I read that. Andy G. Peace to you as well. Thank you, brother. All continues to go well. Thank you. Finally settled in a job. Good job. It took time, about 5 months. Yeah, I would say 5 to 8 months it takes to settle into a new job or just adjust to something new in life. That's why I'm a little bit scared of getting a home base. I think a home base would work out possibly long term, but short term, I know the adjustment period of 5 to 6 months is going to be a pain in the ass. a pain in the ass to close on a property, a pain in the ass to get an RV, pain in the ass to get it delivered, pain in the ass to get it anchored down, skirted, pain in the ass to set the utilities up, to do everything. After that, it may be a blessing. But that, should I let that initial pain in the ass scare me? I shouldn't let it scare me, just like Andy shouldn't let starting a new job scare him, because time goes on whether you do or whether you don't do something. Time's going to pass. But you have to ask yourself, are you willing to deal with it based on what you want? And that's a personal question. But you always need a job, so you got to deal with that. You may need a home base eventually. Andy G, I'm proud of you, brother, for pushing forward. And he said it took about 5 months to start to relax to work, but it's going smooth now. Good job. Excuse me. A hydration break, guys. Luke, I still crack up over the back when you told Connor he was watching lizard porn. Laugh out loud. Oh, amen. Somebody give me the lizard emoji. T-Ma, so nice to see you. I know you've been stressing over making decisions. It's been very painful and very humbling. Thank you. Pray for you that peace of mind. Thank you. And can move forward with no regrets. I still thinking about it a little bit. Thank you. It's great to hear how much you love and appreciate your mom. Well, she's been a blessing to me. It's a two-way street. And I'm not perfect, but I'm thankful and I appreciate that. Milano, Sammy, did you see Sears stock at $40? No, I didn't. They are going down and closing down. Well, I'm not surprised. Oh, 40 cents, not $40. Yeah, I heard they were going into bankruptcy. So I'm sure they'll reinvent themselves. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Everything changes. But yeah, I usually don't. When I watch stocks, I watch them a certain way for trading. I watch the S&P 500, which ones are market movers for that day or something like that. I really don't invest in single stocks over a long period of time. It's just not my style. I've done that before. But I didn't notice that one. Brizzy, Tallahassee, Florida, check in. Well, Brizzy, I was praying and thinking for you during the hurricane. I'm glad to hear through our comments exchange that you and your family are all right. God bless you, brother. HVAC genius. I heard that Thailand is the most visited place in the world. Well, that's possible. They got like free prostitution, I think, sometimes a little bit, but and they got a low tax code and things like that. But I guarantee you that the sex trafficking in Thailand is a huge part of their tourism. A lot of horny, low character men go there to prey on young women who have to sell their body because there's no economy. I think that's a complete disgrace. That's my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised if I'd have to Google statistics, because I would think that more people visit Disney World than Thailand. Now, I know there's a lot of low character men that's the only way they can get ass if they go to Thailand. But I would think there's more families that go visit Mickey Mouse. But I could be wrong. Never underestimate how many horny, low character men there are out there. Never do that. Walski. Hey, Walski. When a Hispanic girl turns 15, it's a quintessenta. I knew it was something like that, and I probably still don't say it right, but shout out to all the quintesentas I meant to, and you know what I meant. Now, forgive me for not saying it right, but you know what I mean. GM 1989. Welcome back to Jersey. Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you. You make sure you bundle up tonight. Well, I got, truth be told, now I actually sleep better in this weather because it's not freezing. It's cool. 40 to 50, 50-degree weather, sleep like a baby because you got one blanket on, you snuggle up. It's great. Even 40-degree weather, not bad. When you get below 40, man, then it starts to get a little bit too cold. But in Florida, it's too hot at night sometimes. Now, it's just starting to get a little bit cooler in Florida this time of year in October. But in the summer, it's very hot. Now, it's harder to sleep in the dead of winter in New Jersey than it is the height of summer in Florida. But it's the best time for sleeping is now, in spring and fall. If you're in a 4-season state, which just about every state is other than Florida, the best time for camping or car living is in the spring and the fall. That's the best time to sleep in your car. It's perfect conditions. Ice-T says, put me on I-95 South with you, one way to Florida. Well, hey, I'll be back on. Here's the good news, okay? The good news is that when I go back down to Florida on I-95 South, it's going to be the magical thing of I'm going to leave here and the degrees are going to say 40 degrees. And as I get further and further south, the skies are going to get more sun and it's going to get warmer and warmer and warmer. I'm going to start taking off layers. That is a magical thing to travel in the winter or off season, travel from a northern state down to Florida and to watch it progressively get warmer and sunnier. It's like you're going into heaven. Very magical. Good job. Kat, your mother sounds great. She's a good woman. I'm thankful for her. Not perfect, none of us are, me either, but I'm thankful and accepting of your decisions. No, she is, and that's why I visit her. My father didn't want to accept my decisions, even though I treated him with love and respect. So guess what he got? He got cut out of my life. Now, my mom accepted it. She didn't put pressure on me, and that's why I willingly come visit her. If she would have gave me shit, I would have cut her out too. Because I'm an adult, I'm not hurting anyone. And if someone can't see that value in me, like, being like a good person to them, then you get cut the fuck out. And that's it. I don't care. Mother, friend, lover, doesn't matter. Because I got to go forward in my life. I can't deal with the mental pressures of life and trying to keep you happy. I'm not going to do it. But my mom gave me that love and that freedom. And so that's why I willingly come up here, because I love her and I respect her and I thank her for doing that, because I know it wasn't easy and I love her. Ryan B. Well, Ice Thesis. Have a great night up north. Thank you, brother. You too. You're a big inspiration to keep my motivation. Well, Ice Thesis, you're a leader, and I can't say enough positive things about you, brother. Got a lot of love for you and admiration. Ryan, going to watch some other videos now. Have a great time in New Jersey. Thank you, Ryan. Love and respect, brother. Enjoy those videos. Probably some of them going to be free porn. Sharon, Sam, is that snow outside? No, it's not snow. No snow. It's probably about 50 degrees, maybe in the high 40s. No snow, just fog. It's been so cloudy. Not good. Andy G, 3 lizard emojis. Shout out to our guy Connor from England. The One Minds. What do you do to wash your clothing? Laundry mat. Either once a week or once every other week. Best thing I ever did. When I had a house, I had a washer and dryer in it. I replaced them a couple times. And I used to think I could never live without a washer and dryer in my house. And going to the laundromat for the first time was scary. Let me tell you something. Now it's the best feeling in the world. I never have to worry about replacing my washer or dryer. I put a couple coins in the thing, put my washer, and guess I never worry about it breaking. I never worry about there being a water bust and water coming out of the bottom of the washing machine and then like disrupting the neighbor. If the washing machine doesn't work, I go to the next one. I love the laundromat. I love the non-commitment of no maintenance. All I have is clean clothes, and I always have a working facility, and I get free Wi-Fi at most laundromats and bathroom facilities. So then again, it's another win. I don't never want, now that's also what that home base had. They had a laundromat facilities on site. That's part of your HOA fee. That's pretty good. Luke, Sam, you crack me up good. It's good to laugh. Love your sense of humor. Good. Well, I appreciate that you get my sense of humor. I know I come across a little bit brash sometimes on these live feeds. Please take me in context. Please look at my 1,000+ videos and put my life and put my words and my actions in context. If you don't put them in context, we're never going to see eye to eye, because you're trying to make me into a version of who you want me to be to keep you happy, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be me, you be you. Luke, love this live feed. Thank you, brother. Luke, triple thumbs up. Thank you. Linda, hey everyone. Good man seeing his mother. Well, I appreciate that. I'm not perfect, but I appreciate that, and I thank you. Luke, hope you got love. Hope you got love. Me, my brother. Amen. I got love for you, brother. The One Minds. Are you sleeping where you're at right now? No, right now I was just getting some Starbucks, so I won't be sleeping here. GM 1989. I love living a passive and flexible lifestyle. Well, flexibility is your greatest asset. Sometimes people say to me, Sam, what are you going to do when you get older? Well, the best thing you can do to secure your well-being when you're older is have financial freedom and flexibility. Because when you're older, if you need to go into assistant care living, guess what you have if you're living out of a car? You have financial freedom and you have the flexibility. If you had a house and all of a sudden you got so ill you had to go into an assisted living, guess what you got to do now? You got no flexibility. You got to sell your house. You got to liquidate your assets. Your kids are fucking pissed that they got to take care of you until you can transition over, because you got limited flexibility and limited financial resources. When you get older, and if you need some assistance and you got your flexibility and you got financial resources, that's the best thing you can do to secure that you're going to be okay. And that your resentful kids aren't going to have to take care of you until you sell all your shit. That's what happens in real life. People don't like when I talk like that, but that's the reality of life. I've seen it firsthand. One man, one mind. Where are you thinking to crash tonight? Family members, property. Love and respect. Love and respect. If not, there's always a Walmart. There's always a truck stop. There's always campgrounds aren't abundant in New Jersey, but that's what I would do. Brisbane. Glad you made it back to Jersey safe. Thank you. Enjoy your time with your mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. Illinois. Save as much as you can, as fast as you can. Well, that's wisdom. And even if you can't, look, you'll be all right. I mean, at the end of the day, At the end of the day, just take care of yourself as best you can. I mean, you can't live your life in fear and worry, or else you'll never enjoy life. You'll never enjoy life because you're never going to save enough. You're never going to have enough. I mean, because let me tell you something. When you get old and you start to get into that system where you need medical care 24/7, things like that, they're going to suck you dry. I don't care if you're a millionaire. They're going to, some of these places are like $5,000, $10,000 a month to live in some of these assisted care. They'll suck you dry, and then you got to have surgeries on. Let me tell you something. In one sense, sometimes the best thing you could have is nothing, because then guess what? They can't take anything else from you. You know, at one sense too, like living in your car, guess what? Like, what are they going to take from you? I mean, all you got is one bag in your car. I mean, you know, so now your health is your number one thing. Look, at the end of the day, plan, prepare, try to have financial freedom and try to have flexibility, but you can't live in fear and worry. What's going to happen is, like some people say to me, Sam, what are you going to do? Like, you know, when you're retired, you know, when you're in your 60s, 70s, I'm 38. Should I live the next 30 years worrying about what I'm going to do when I'm 70? I'm planning, I'm preparing as far as like saving up, doing what I can. I'm working and everything like that, putting in Social Security. But if you're going to live at 38, if you're going to start setting your life up for when you're 68, you just wish 30 years of your life away. And I'm not going to live like I'm 68 now. That's stupid. You know, when people are 68, they're trying to live like they're 38. They're going backwards. Let me tell you something. You think you're 68? You think you're going to boogie board? Not going to happen. I'm in the ocean when I'm in Florida almost every night when there's not red tide. And let me tell you something. Ain't no 68-year-old people boogie boarding. Okay. None of them. All they're doing is getting drunk riding around on golf carts. That's what they're doing. I've seen it firsthand. And what I'm here to tell you is seize the moment of your life. Your health and your youth and your vigor and your energy is your number one asset. Love and respect. One mind. Are you atheist or religious? I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm a spiritual man. I don't put a label on myself. I have friends that are Jewish, Muslim, atheist, Buddhist, Hindu, and whatever. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. There was a level of my journey where I sought out that specifically. Parts of the Bible changed my life. Parts of the Bible, I believe, are outdated and rigid in how they were put together. But I do believe that you should seek spirituality and that you should not be an extremist. You should not be an extremist, but you should be a whole person through the healing of a personal relationship with God. I believe also in Jesus Christ again. But again, you should do whatever you want as long as what you're doing is not hurting someone else. I really don't care what people do. Brizzy, I'm semi-retired now. Laughing, oh, me too. But I still want a surfboard and, you know, have like occasional relationship with MILFs. You know what I'm saying? GM 1989. Do you have more than one citizenship, or are you thinking of getting the second one? No, I got one citizenship, United States of America. I don't think of getting a separate one. I don't want to travel the world at this point in my life. I got love and respect for everyone in the entire world, no matter where you're from. But it's just how I am. One mind. If you're spiritual, do you believe in enlightenment? Well, enlightenment basically came from Buddha. Buddha was a person who basically sought out enlightenment, and he went to different extremes to find enlightenment. He indulged himself. He became a glutton, and what he found is enlightenment isn't there. Then he totally deprived himself of food and luxuries, and then he found out enlightenment wasn't there. And on Buddha's quest to enlightenment, what he found was enlightenment is found through balance, the balance of things. And so, but balance is a relative term. We all have our own unique fingerprint. So some people say, look, living in your car is not balanced. And for them, it's not. But for me, it balances my equilibrium. Maybe one day I'll have a home base. Balance is a relative term, but balance is the key to enlightenment, not extremism, religiously or any other way. The balance of knowing God, having a personal relationship with him, and believing in that spirit without becoming an extremist who feels like you have to go to other countries and force your belief on someone else. And then when you break their laws and you get locked up, you got to call Daddy Donald Trump. You got to call him from Stop Banging Out Stormy Daniels and come bail you out. And then you're going to pray for him after he fucking committed adultery. And you're going to call him like Hoseas the Highest. It's a total disgrace, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay? And love and respect. Luke, how much money do you have saved in your savings when you hit the retirement mark, 500K or more? Well, again, it's all personal thing. I mean, you know, right now my budget is like $2,500, $3,000 a month that I live off of, right? As far as like, you know, and then the rest, you know, I save. So what I'm trying to tell you is if you're going to need $3,000 a month to live how you want to live, you can live on less than that, but if you're going to pay your own health insurance, you can do everything else. What is that? That's 3,000 times 10, that's 30. $36,000 a year. So some people say, oh, so you need to make $36,000 a year. No, you need to make about $50,000 a year. Because if you make $50,000 a year, then you got a minus 25% tax rate. Then you also got to minus if you have any state income tax. In Florida, you don't, but other states you do. Then you got to take out for health insurance. Then you got to take out for Social Security taxes, etc. So if you make $50,000, you'll probably clear about $36,000. So you need to at least make $50,000 a year pre-tax. So 50,000 times however many years are left in your life. The average life expectancy is 78 years old. So, some people live longer than that, some people live shorter. But, you have to pretty much have $50,000 times 10, and you have to, or you have to be able to generate enough revenue to cover your expenses and save a little bit. Whether it's through personal investments, whether it's through side businesses, whatever, or working for a corporation. So, that's how you got to do the math. Everyone's different, but you have to know what your budget is. You have to know how much your expenses are. What amount of income do you need to sustain your expenses, which are your life, which is your lifestyle, and then you have to figure out how can you make that happen as early as possible, and then that's your pave to your road to retirement. Brizzy, spend now, save when you're dead. Laugh out loud. There's a balance. The balance is the balance. You spend some now, save some, and invest some. Try to do all three. Pay off debt first. One Minds. Have you been to Alaska? No, don't want to go to Alaska, but love and respect to Zakia and everyone from Alaska. All right, guys and girls. It was a good night. I love you. I appreciate all the positive feedback. Stay positive. Keep pushing forward in your life. Live life now, but live it responsibly. Do the best you can. Peace be with your mind.